Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed, where we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're going to cover the second half of the Aquarius sun sign season. It culminates on February 17th. But before we get there, we have a beautiful new moon happening in Aquarius that is actually the Chinese New Year. It has so much potential energy around it. We have Venus going to be in conjunction with Jupiter on the same day. This is an opportunity to really expand our vision of what it is we want, what's important to us, what our value systems are, and how we're going to get there. So I have a vision for you that I got. It was a beach scene. Of course it was, Cancer. I'm sorry, I have so much Cancer in my chart. That's what always happens. I just want to be at the beach all the time. But what I saw was, I saw like a mother and a child playing. I saw people splashing around in the water. I saw a small child chasing seagulls, and they were flying up into the air. And I saw a little boy who was trying to construct a sand castle and kept tearing it down and reconstructing it, trying to make it just right. So what does all this mean? Well, one of the things is it's time to take your inner child out to play. It's also an opportunity with this new moon to reconstruct something that has not necessarily been growing the way that you want it to, and you have the opportunity to make some adjustments, to change things if you would like to. There's you can always do that, reinvent, right? Cancer is a initiating sign, and reinvention of yourself is not that unfamiliar, right? It's like, oh, that's not working, I'm going to try something new. So this might be an opportunity to really kind of tap into that energy. The energy of 2020 is going to pass with this new moon in Aquarius that is happening. I think we've still been dragging some of that residual energy with us, but there's a definite shift in the energy that happens at that time. And so pretty exciting stuff there. The birds flying up into the air. So that almost reminded me, as the more I looked at it, the more that the birds flying away resembled when you make a wish on a full dandelion that's, the little puffball. It really looked like making a wish and blowing them off, sending them into the ethers. And so taking your ideas and giving them flight. And so there was this energy of needing to connect emotionally, the floating in the water, the swimming around, staying connected, and at the same time being grounded enough to, wow, you have a lot of cards, being grounded enough to produce, to grow what it is that you want. Even though it's a sand castle, it felt like it wasn't made of sand. It was just because of where we were in the vision. But there is a need there's something that's not quite right that needs to be reconstructed. Okay, so now the little boy is putting a moat around it. And so there's a need to protect your dreams and your goals and your visions in a way that oh my, that's crazy. Okay, so I can see the card that came out because it flipped up. And we have a seagull. Adjust behavior and communications. Okay, there's another card that came, and we'll get to that. So let's go ahead and get into the 9 card spread. But I feel like there's a need to protect what it is that you're building. Maybe not allowing everybody in on what you're doing, or some kind of safeguards that need to be put around it. Also, try to get as much time out in the fresh air as you can, and salt water. Okay, so salt water, they just said salt water. So it's the middle of winter where I am, and going to the beach is not really an option, but saltwater baths have that energy. The negative ions of the salt will clean the positive, which are, it's the positive ions, but positive in this case is not a good thing. And so it neutralizes the energy you collect while you're out and about in the world, and it centers you again, and it makes you more grounded. Okay, let's get into this. All right, so what we have here is the 9 card spread: past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. The key to the situation here actually came flipping up, and it's come to the edge. And so in your heart space, there's going to be a need to take a little risk, to be willing to step out there. She is throwing love around though, right? So come to the edge. This is like opening up your heart to what it is that's really important to you and what you want, because the overall energy is the land of milk and honey. Okay, I'm sorry, it says milk and honey. Whenever I see this, I always hear that little Winnie the Pooh cartoon my kids used to watch. The land of milk and honey. The land of milk and honey. Sorry. I digress. Okay, so there, in order to get to where you want to go, where everything is like this, you're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to let your inner child have more freedom. What is it that you really and truly want to do? What really matters to you? What is it that you really want to create? And this is about creating. So it's either creating, it could be creating in any arena, but if you're an Aquarius rising, then this energy would most likely be happening in your 8th house of transformation. So it's what you want to transform in any arena of your life, really. It could be around other people's money or anything, but it could be anything that you have focused on that you really want to recreate. If you are a Cancer sun, then you're going to have to take a look at where that resonates for you in your chart. Where is it that you're trying to, if you know your chart, it is so helpful, right? So then you would know which house it is. And Aquarius energy is about community and doing what's great for you, but it benefits the community at large too. It's both pieces in very nice harmony. So if you're a Cancer moon, it's going to be how you feel around the energy of the transformation. It's going to need to feel very comfortable. And Aquarius energy kind of in the moon space kind of doesn't like to be really emotional about it. And so it's going to be, it has to feel comfortable, and it has to feel for Cancer when the energy is there with that sun in Aquarius. It's going to have to be something that feels like you are in flow. It can't be a turbulent ride. It's going to have to be kind of calm waters. Okay, in the past, we have breath. This is connection with spirit. This is coming back to the breath, because it was in the reverse situation. And so if you're feeling stressed out and you're feeling disconnected from spirit, take a little time to sit and just listen to yourself breathe. Sometimes that's enough to calm yourself down. Inhale through the nose, fill your belly out like a big old balloon, exhale through the mouth. If you can do that like 3 times, nice and slow, count to 5 on the in, a count to 5 on the way out, you can bring yourself back to center and calm. And sometimes it's like being in the eye, right, in the middle of the hurricane storm. So in the area of transformation, you have the tribe, and the tribe came up in reverse. The tribe is about finding where you belong. And so there is a shift, there's a change. It could be where you belong at work. It could be where you belong in a community setting. It could be where you belong spiritually, emotionally, physically. There's a need to find like-minded people who share the values that you have about something that's bothering you. And for each person, that's going to be different, right? And it could be a massive thing or it could be a small thing, but there's so much energy with this new moon happening that you can really create something. And you have regeneration. You have regeneration in the future in the way you're thinking. It is a matter of looking at, okay, look, this is a tree that got covered with hot lava, and I don't know if you can see it, but on the edge there are green leaves. This is resilience. This is regeneration. This is, you are taking things down and reconstructing them, and you are creating something new. You are allowing something to grow. And when I see this, then there's just new leaves, like spring leaves, right? And so it's something that's going to take some time, and it's going to require patience. In the area of the heart space, you've been having this chop wood, carry water thing. So the question becomes, is this worth the effort? What I have been doing, does this matter? Does this help? Am I making a difference? Like, I do the same thing day in and day out, and I don't know. Does it feed my soul? Does it make a difference? Is it where I'm supposed to go? Chopping wood, this card generally says, in the heart space, it can say that maybe you're waiting on something to happen, and so keeping yourself busy until that moment is also a good idea. It is doing the daily tasks of life, and it's kind of like this breathing space. Oh, look, you're moving toward happiness. You have the happy card in so milk and honey, happy regeneration, whatever is going on right now, as you adjust and you reevaluate and you find a new way to communicate. Okay, so I know why the seagull's about communication too. Okay, that makes sense. Mercury's in retrograde, and so Mercury being in retrograde means that we need to go back and look at how we've been saying things to ourselves, reviewing projects, written things, anything that has to do with communication on any level, whether it's in a personal relationship, in a business relationship, or something you're writing, or communicating those self-talk words to yourself. Whatever those things are, there's a need to adjust how you are saying those things to yourself or to others that brings about what your truth is, because it is there that you will find the right steps forward and you'll find the happy in the heart space. Okay, yeah. In the area of obstacles in the past, you have the thinker. It's in reverse, which means that's analysis paralysis. That is overthinking, trying to figure things out, and instead of being connected to your higher self and being connected to spirit and allowing yourself to be guided through that amazing intuition that you have, you've been trying to think your way through a problem that needs to be felt its way through. Wow. Okay. Yep. Time to clean it up. Time to clean up the situation around you. Time to look at the details and release what does not work for you. That full moon in Leo was a big energetic clearing. So maybe you're just like, okay, so I let that go, but now I need to clear this out a little bit more. Also, what I'm seeing here is that clearing out of scarring tissue around the heart chakra. So situations that you have let go, but maybe you haven't allowed them to heal properly. It is an opportunity to kind of like breathe through that, connect to spirit, and clear that out so that you are going to be more willing to come to the edge and take an opportunity. So there's this, it's just like that final clearing space before you get to where you're going, which is, I think, coming back to yourself. We have regeneration here. We have a change in the wind, but it's in the reverse. I think this is about coming back to yourself, coming back to what is truly of value to you in the heart space, creating what really matters to you, not selling out to try to fit in with others, but instead be willing to be who you are, and then allow people that are responsive to the energy, that have similar shared energy, vibrational energy, to congregate. Because if you've been trying to fit in with others and it's not working, it's because it's the wrong vibrational energy for you. Whether that's at work, whether that's with your friends group, whether that's in a family situation, come back to the heart of who you are. Come to the edge. Leave the rest behind. The edge is that willingness to risk being authentically who you are. And drop your shield. You are the protection guardian. You are being guided and protected by spirit, and it is okay to let down your guard a little and let spirit in to do this work for you, to help you to navigate the next steps. This is a really beautiful energy here. I'm trying to make space because we're going to have a lot of cards coming out here in the heart space. So, you have friendships, choices, and originality. Blaze your own trail. Yeah, I feel like there's some... Okay, so as a group, when I see these together, choices, friendships, and originality, this is about choosing to be authentically who you are. So the choices say, make the best choices, blaze your own trail, and nurture your relationships. So this is about you figuring out who and what you are, what matters to you, being authentically yourself. That is how you get to this place where you are so happy, this land of milk and honey, this place where you're comfortable in your own skin. So adjust your behavior and communication. So how are you communicating to others? Communicate from authentically who you are. Cleaning it up could also be perhaps you have said things that were a little harsh or a little inaccurate, because you were trying to inauthentic is the word. I don't want to say that you were lying, because it's not the energy I'm feeling. So you were saying and doing things that may not have been who you truly are in the heart of hearts. So be willing to clean it up by saying to others, look, this is what I really think, this is what I really feel, this is what really matters to me. And when you do that, you come back home to yourself, is what it feels like. And you have the Ren, be bold and resourceful. So you need to make an adjustment in the way you are acting and communicating, and acting like that. That sounds like I'm criticizing, and I'm not. It's the choices that you make every day. It's like, do I turn left here or right here? While everybody else is going right, so I should go right. No, maybe you should go left and blaze your own trail and go be who you are. So it is the actions, not the act. Okay, change and adjust the actions that you're taking every day, and the way you communicate to yourself about yourself and to others about your hopes, your goals, your dreams. And if that sandcastle doesn't look the way you want it to look, don't be afraid to take it all down and then regenerate it and grow something new. Because when you are authentically who you are, that is where you will find the happiness in the heart space. That is such a powerful message. And I gotta tell you, Cancer, I've been going through something this week, and it's really resonating with me. I hope that it's resonating with you. If it is, please hit the thumbs up. I would leave me a comment. Let me know how it's resonating. YouTube analytics really goes based off of your interactions. So how long you watch the video, are you hitting the thumbs up, are you leaving comments, even if it's just an emoji. And so I would appreciate if you would share that with me, but mostly because now that I'm not doing Moonday Night Live, I'm going to be missing the connection with everybody. So tell me what's going on with you. So we have purple, develop mental clarity. This is getting really clear on what it is you want. This looks like, so it says mental clarity, but it has that third eye chakra feeling to it. So this is about being very clear on what really matters to you, making the best choices for you, and being bold enough to take the steps toward what is your dream, your goals, what is it that matters to you. And then you will find the right people that resonate at that frequency. So, all right, well, this looks really great. I will see you again soon, making changes to the channel, but I think that when I get done with this, I got some inspiration today. I think when I get all done with this, everybody's really going to be happy, especially me, and that's kind of what matters in the long run, right? It's my creative project, but I'm doing it for everyone, and so I'm just let me know as I go along if you like what's happening or if you don't. I am curious. It will matter. But I really want to try something new here that I have in my head. So next week there will be videos coming out on healing the divine masculine and feminine energies inside of each of us, so that we can bring in that really great relationship we're looking for. So be looking for those videos, and you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.